Hey y'all, thanks for coming back. I know there aren't a lot of you, but I have a few very loyal followers who come back to see my videos, and I'm so glad for that. You know, I guess it helps a little bit with the loneliness I feel sometimes. You know, I sometimes feel like I just don't have a lot of friends in the world, and I had a pretty exciting social life when I was younger. That you know, I think that's kind of true for all of us. When we're young, we have a social life, and as we get older and we are faced with responsibilities and life's demands, we tend to become less social. Same thing, I guess, for people who marry. You know, you start your married life and you spend more time with your spouse and less time with your friends. Raising children or doing whatever you need to do. Going to school, buying a house, getting an education, educating yourself, starting a business. Or maybe you're just like me and you just partied until you couldn't party anymore, and then you realized it was too late to clean up your life and do anything right. Whenever I drive by this stretch of road here, you always see a lot of destitute people here because there's a homeless shelter here. And always just makes me feel grateful that I'm doing as good as I am. Things could be a lot worse. Could be like this guy standing on the corner. This is San Luis Obispo, California. Today is September 21st, I think, September 22nd, something like that. 2024. We have, many of us, survived the pandemic, except that there is a resurgence of COVID in this area right now. And it's a strong enough resurgence of COVID that people are taking it seriously. It seems like, you know, things are kind of slowed down a little bit. Which is kind of unusual around here. I mean, people aren't really... Notice that people around here weren't as COVID conscious as we were back in Santa Fe. I guess you just... In a populated area like this, it just doesn't make any difference. New Mexico's so underpopulated already that it's pretty easy to isolate there. A lot of people kind of prefer some isolation anyway to being around a lot of people. not going downtown right now. We're going to drive to Morro Bay. We're driving from San Luis Obispo to Morro Bay. And a banged up BMW 325i, 2013, I think. Not crazy about these cars. Pretty much prefer my Ford, except that this thing gets better mileage and the radio works. I am facing the home stretch here with my dad, I'm afraid. He's been in rapid decline from his Alzheimer's disease, and it seems to be accelerating. He's started to fall, and he's a pretty hard man to keep down. He just he wants to be independent. He wants to walk. He wants to move, and it's pretty hard to get him to stay put. And he keeps falling over. So it's been my experience from my mother's passing and reading a lot of medical records for legal cases I've worked on, that when people start falling like that, you know, it's only a matter of time. And so since he had a pretty good tumble, well, what he did was he reached out to grab something, and he brought it down on top of himself. Bonked his head and cut his hand, and ever since then, he's not eating the same. Like, won't even drink a beer. You know, like, he was drinking a beer a day, and now, like, if I give him a beer, he might take a couple sips off of it. Not drinking a lot of beer. Not taking much solid food at all. I got him some Ensure, and he likes that. And so that's good. You know, at least I can get something in him. But he's pretty much stopped eating, and got him to eat a soft-boiled egg this morning and some toast. He did pretty good with that. But yeah, he's not doesn't have the appetite he had before, and so that's another pretty serious sign that the end is near. And I've never, you know, I've lost my mother about 4 years ago, and so I've experienced that. But this is going to be different. I've heard that when both your parents are gone, you change somehow. Something changes inside of you. You realize you're alone in the world. always felt like that anyway. Dad wasn't really there for me much throughout my life. But he was there for me when I really needed him, and he taught me a lot. He gave me a lot of skills that I'm grateful for. And I'm glad I can be here with him. I'm glad I can be here to comfort him and hold his hand through the end of this. Death is a scary journey, I think, for anybody. Dad's very stoic. He doesn't, I think he knows he's dying, but he doesn't seem to complain or worry about it. He's so funny. He never, like, even when I know he's in pain, he doesn't complain about it. He's very stoic. Even when I know he's really hungry, and I'll say, "Are you hungry?" And he'll say, "No." But I put food in front of him anyway, and he'll eat it. Well, until recently. He's not eating much now. And he's sleeping a lot more. He was already sleeping a lot in the daytime. Right now I'm just really glad he's sleeping because, you know, he's got that cut on his hand. It needs to heal, and he just needs to stay put and stop injuring himself. Right now I'm in kind of a hurry because I want to get back to him quickly. I think it's okay to leave him for just a few minutes at a time, but I don't like it. And there's a few things I need in Morro Bay. I'm just going to grab some stuff and head straight back. Check on him again, make sure he's okay. He's probably still sleeping. Anyway, yeah, losing your parents, you know, I mean, for me, I was already in an existential quandary. Confused and disillusioned with my life. Angry at God, even though I don't believe in God. Cursing my place in the universe, feeling sorry for myself, wishing I had been dealt better cards. And then, you know, and then death comes along and you realize, hey, none of that stuff matters. The only thing that matters is your health. Really is the most important thing. Health is wealth. Your wealth is your health. Nothing more important than that. If you're working in a dangerous job, or handling toxic chemicals, or exposing yourself to environmental hazards in your work, just don't do it. You know, those, and I know it doesn't seem like it, like I know you need to pay your rent this month, we all do, but you know what, it's actually healthier to be homeless and live a few more years than it is to expose yourself to those stressors that kill us ultimately. What does it all mean? We're just biological creatures who crawled out of the mud on this tiny little mote of dust, floating in an endless cloud of space. Hurtling through space, swinging around an ordinary star in an ordinary galaxy among billions and billions and billions of galaxies. Nothing that really happens on this planet has any meaning. Sure, there are things that are important to us as individuals. Food, clothing, shelter. Companionship. About how many people there are on the planet. 9 billion, I think. Nine billion people on the planet, and every single one of us needs to eat. Needs a place to stay. Needs some clothing to be kept clean and safe. To have companionship, community, camaraderie, acceptance, friendship. These are human needs. Love driving into Morro Bay. There's almost always a little cloud over Morro Bay, a permanent presence of moisture in the air, a little fog, some low-hanging clouds. And it's just a really beautiful, beautiful little town. People who live here are friendly, kind, warm and welcoming. a city. It's more of a village or a town. Perhaps you could call it a hamlet. This is called the hillside area. Kind of an upscale part of Morro Bay. I mean, it's all upscale, but this is one of the more desirable neighborhoods, I guess. And yeah, this is Morro Bay. So I was thinking about it, you know, some of these videos that I do like this, where I just talk like this, they could be really useful, like if you're trying to sleep, if you want to go to sleep, because I'm just kind of boring. And I've been told that my voice is relaxing or something, that does something calming. So, yeah, so stay tuned, and I'll do more of these, and I'll tag them as sleep videos so that they're easy to find. And if you've watched it this long and you're not subscribed, then you should subscribe, right? And please, while you're doing that, if you could just give a drop down on the like button down there, that'd be really helpful to me with my YouTube channel. I still haven't made a dime from my YouTube channel, even though it's monetized now. But I keep trying. So smash the like button, and it might be cool to, if you could, you know, share it on your social media, you know, share it to your Facebook page, or, you know, your Twitter account, your I guess X account, your Tumblr, whatever you do. Maybe you could mention me in your blog and post a link or something to my YouTube channel, or I don't know. There's just so many ways to help each other out online without spending money. You know, you can always share a link for somebody, or, you know, just giving them a comment, making a comment below and saying hello, and maybe even sharing something about yourself, or I don't know, maybe you have a question you'd like to ask me, anything like that. Just do it, and I'll see you in the next video. So, love y'all. Signing out from Morro Bay.